Good morning, everyone. Before I get started, I want to thank Jolyon and Claire for bringing us all together here today. Really another exciting day ahead of us. Watching this video brings home just how long Disney has been producing content in the UK. For 75 years, in fact. And with no disrespect intended, I would guess that it's a bit longer than most companies here have been in business. Our long and deep connection to the UK is something that we're very proud of, contributing to the economy, creating jobs, opportunities, and skills, and partnering with the wider industry, which is something that I'll come back to a bit later. This morning, I'd like to focus on two things that I believe make Disney stand out in an industry that's always been competitive and is always changing. These differences have served us well over the past 100 years, and they set us up for continued growth in the years to come. First and foremost, Disney creates the most epic stories and characters that don't just stand the test of time, they grow over time, and they become part of culture. This has been at the heart of what the company has done ever since Walt Disney founded it, and it always will be. The experiences and amazing stories and the characters form deep emotional connections, and they can last a lifetime. And sometimes they can be shared across generations. I'd hazard to guess that many of you here remember your first Disney moment, where you were, what you were watching, and who you were with, and it's certainly something I carry in my heart. Of course, they're the timeless Disney classics, Peter Pan, Beauty and the Beast, Moana. They're also the epic sagas of Star Wars, classics, and expanding from the movies into series like The Mandalorian. And underscoring the breadth of Disney's content, there's a different kind of epic storytelling for Marvel Studios. But all these examples show us that the best and most beloved stories and characters endure for many years. They open the possibility of new adventures and new connections for new generations. Now, the latest Marvel movie, Deadpool and the Wolverine, will be released in cinemas this summer. And the first trailer smashed all records. In the first 24 hours, it racked up 365 million views, which is a truly staggering number. If you haven't seen it yet, I'd certainly encourage you to take a look. By the way, Deadpool and the Wolverine was shot just about an hour away from here. And it's one of just 20 movies and TV series that we have produced over the last 5 years at Pinewood. As well as Marvel, this includes Disney classics, Star Wars, and Indiana Jones. They're all stories that travel right around the world, being made here in the UK. And whenever I'm at Pinewood, what makes the biggest impression on me is the scale of the operation, the diversity of the skills. We're talking about thousands of people, all part of a wider ecosystem. In every single production there, they're trainees getting experience to begin their careers in film and in TV, all part of Disney's long-term commitment to the UK. Let's turn now to the second difference that gives Disney an edge, the breadth of our business, and the many ways in which we connect with fans. Of course, streaming is an important part of the mix, and I'll talk more about Disney Plus in a moment. However, there's much more besides. This starts with the importance of theatrical distribution. Everyone at Disney loves movies, and we love to make them big. Audience seem to like them too, and in fact, since the very beginning of movie making, no fewer than 8 of the 10 highest grossing movies of all times are Disney titles. We know that box office success has a positive effect across the rest of the portfolio, and this goes beyond the screen to include live events, consumer products, and theme parks. After theatrical release, our approach to distribution for movies and TV series will vary little and will be different market by market. Our linear networks are an important part of this mix. The evidence tells us that people are still watching plenty of broadcast television across genres including entertainment, factual, and drama. And we license some of the content in later windows to partners including the BBC, ITV, Channel 4, and UK TV. Not only does this generate revenue for us, it also helps to build awareness for some key titles. We believe strongly that the breadth of our business is a key source of advantage. It brings strength, resilience, and opportunity. The Lion King is a great example of what happens when you bring together these two differences: brilliant stories and characters, and unmatched breadth of our business. Generations have enjoyed The Lion King since the movie first released 30 years ago. Many of you will know that later this year, a new movie will tell the origin story of Mufasa. It's another title that was partly made here in the UK, and it promises to be absolutely spectacular. But this year brings another milestone. In October, the live stage production of The Lion King reaches a landmark 25 years in the West End of London. And without a doubt, it's one of the most successful musicals of all time. More than 20 million people have seen the show at the Lyceum Theatre, and has created opportunities for hundreds of cast members over the years. The Lion King is an illustration of enduring content at its best. It's an epic story with incredible characters. It's an iconic movie that became a record-breaking stage show, a live-action version and a much-anticipated prequel, streaming on Disney+, experience it at our parks, and consumer products for sale in the stores. All creating value and all reinforcing the deep and enduring connection with fans. Now, seeing that I'm speaking just after Greg and before a panel of streaming, it'd be remiss of me not to talk about Disney+ this morning. It's just over 4 years since we began the European launch of Disney+, and today it is firmly established in the lives of tens of millions of customers in 85 territories across Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. Something that might surprise you is that around half of those customers are households without children. Disney+ is a product with broad appeal, and this, of course, has a lot to do with the wide variety of content that we offer. I've already mentioned the impact of movies, so let me focus on another aspect that you might be less familiar with. In this region, Disney+ offers an extensive range of general entertainment content, and this includes brilliant shows like The Bear, Only Murders in the Building, and Welcome to Wrexham. The response from customers has been excellent, and in fact, general entertainment currently represents almost 2/3 of total hours viewed. Yet again, enduring content, the value of that is plain to see. One of the shows that Disney+ customers love the most is Grey's Anatomy, which is now in its incredible 20th season. To give you an idea how much they love it, the average Grey's Anatomy viewer has watched over 120 hours of this brilliant show on Disney+. Along our long-running series, it's great to see that our epic new drama, Shogun, has become a massive hit. In EMEA, it is the most viewed premiere of any general entertainment show since the launch of Disney+. It's also been exciting to see the success of UK originals like Renegade Nell and Colleen Rooney, The Real Wagatha Story, which is second only to The Kardashians as our most watched unscripted series in the UK. And later this year, we look forward to releasing our local drama series, Rivals, which is based on the best-selling iconic novel from Jilly Cooper. And I'd say quite relevant to this industry, or the history of it. I've got to tell you, when I first watched the first rough cuts of the show, I couldn't wait to see the whole thing, and I sure hope that you love it too. Disney+ will play an even bigger part in Disney's futures, and we plan to make it the service even better. Now, before closing, I want to make an important point about how we operate. There's no denying the fact that Disney is a large global business. We've been around for a long time, we intend to be around for a lot longer, and we're ambitious to keep growing. But we also recognize that we're part of a wider ecosystem. This is both true here in the UK and in the rest of the markets where we operate. This ecosystem helps to sustain us, and we want to help to sustain it too. We believe that working with others can best achieve our goals. This may include many of the content producers and broadcast and distribution platforms that are presented here today. Our business model is about creating content with mass appeal and getting it to people in whichever way they want. Look at what happens when we make a big movie. We work with cinema owners to release it. Then we work with platforms in the transactional window And after Disney+, we work with free-to-air networks to reach an even broader audience. We value these partnerships, and we look forward to continued collaboration. In conclusion, the enduring strength of our business gives us confidence about our future. We're home to the biggest stories and characters, and the breadth of our business opens up a wide field of opportunity. There are many routes to reach fans, and Disney has a strong platform for continued growth. And by working with partners across the industry, we'll keep building our contribution to the UK and the other markets where we operate. Thank you.